episode 3370, Define Success for Yourself.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. It's Wellness Wednesday, and you know what that means. You kind of know what's going on in your tummy so you can have a stronger heart. Oh yes, mind, body, and spirit. Define success for yourself. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. You know, in a world that so many things are going on and we're just bombarded with conflicting health advice and trends, it's challenging to know where to take your health journey. It's like, which direction do you go? And then when you figure it out, or do you figure it out, what's the next step? How do you stay consistent? Why not stay true to who you are becoming and define success for yourself? Because when you define that success in terms of taking care of your bodies, imagine the journey that it takes you on. It's that deep dive. And when you take a deep dive, there's more benefits, number one, and it's more beneficial to you. You know, with many diets and exercise regimens and well-meaning opinions from excerpts and experts, all of the excerpts and experts, the path to health and fitness can seem overwhelmingly complex. However, true success lies in tailoring our lifestyle choices to suit our individual needs and goals. What are you doing when it comes to your healthy lifestyle? Are you one who's keeping up with the trends, or are you one who's keeping true to who you are becoming? You know, I've been on a health journey for, oh my goodness, decades. I was pregnant or nursing for 10 years. That took a toll on my body. Before that, in my younger years, elementary, and then so your tweens and teens, so high school into college, I didn't have a weight problem. Now, I can say I carried my weight more so in the middle section of my body and also my thighs. Well, that's a positive thing when it comes to a woman. You want your weight carried there. But in pageants, not so much. So I could very easily drop weight fast. But I was never really overweight. I was nowhere close to it. But then after having child after child after child, it was harder and harder and harder to lose that weight. And so, yes, I gained more. And also my body was like, oh, I remember this. You were just here like a few days ago. And it really wasn't like that. But the body responded like, oh, well, yes, we're just going to put on an extra 20 pounds because we remember what it was like to gain that extra 60 pounds. And then you only lost 15 pounds. So I was always gaining, it seemed like. And so it became a battle. And it was one of those things where, it's like, what do I do? And I tried the trends. I tried it all. And it came to the point where I said, I've got to know what I need to do for me. And what does that mean? It's all about defining success for yourself. You probably heard of Dr. Mark Hyman. He's a New York Times bestselling author and physician and a health professional. And he says, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to health. Each person is unique, requiring a personalized plan. And when you think about it that way, and what he said, it underscores the significance of self-discovery and individualized strategies in the pursuit of wellness. So how can you navigate this sea of information and determine what truly works best for you? Well, you got to define success for yourself. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy, to find success for yourself. And it's not easy because I know when I was trying to figure it out, oh man, I tried the ones, that you would see on the infomercials. I tried the ones that were delivered to your door. I tried the ones that came on yes, believe it or not, a DVD. I tried the ones that were on the local stations that you could wake up early in the morning and do workouts with them. And sometimes it worked initially, but for the long haul, it wasn't there the whole time. And so I had to figure it out. And so that's when I began really diving into, what does food mean to me? What is it that my movement and how I handle my body, what does that look like? What type of hydration? Where does sleep fit in? Where do I need to be fed when it comes to me feeling overall good? And of course, I searched a little bit with the fads, the diets, the exercise regimens, and I'm like, come on, these are experts. They should know these things. But the one thing they did not know was me. And I think that's what we forget when it comes to our own healthy bodies. We forget that it's our body. It's no one else's. And no one knows what success is for your body unless it is you who's looking at that body. And so when you begin to have some self-discovery, like, okay, I want to get better in this area. So the last couple of weeks have been a little bit challenging for me. I've been coming and going all over the place. I have not had a regular routine. But one thing I have kept regular for the most part is making sure I have hydration, making sure I get in enough protein. And a lot of times that comes from me having my protein shakes. When I keep that consistent, wow, my body's like, okay, you can handle this. Now, where I mess up a little bit, sleep. Yes, I'm still doing better, but I'm not at my best yet. So I can have a lot of improvement in that area. Hydration sometimes. And then honestly, the consistency's there. It's just that I need to be more consistent, but that requires my schedule to be more consistent. And right now, that's not where I'm at. So instead of beating myself up, I'm like, okay, let's take this to real life. Number one, I have to listen to my body. That's what you need to do. You got to listen to your body. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Observe the impact of various workout routines. Maybe you're working out too hard. I know that's strange, but sometimes we overwork. I had a season of that. I was overworking my body, which actually brought on multiple injuries, which then prolonged other issues. And yeah, that's for a whole nother episode. But you've got to look at, is this doing what's right for my body? Not what the experts say, because remember, the experts are going to the average. If you look at the studies that are out there, the studies are not for everyone. The studies are there for information. You get to take that information and decipher it for yourself so then you can define what part of it you want to use. Where does this work? Where does it doesn't work? Maybe you don't even use it, period. But when you listen to your body, you cannot go wrong. It gives you the opportunity to observe the impact of various workouts when you're looking at your routines. You know, for some people, walking's better than running. For others, no, you need to dance because, well, running isn't an option. And walking, yeah, it's kind of okay. But dancing, yeah, it's awesome. Or pickleball, whatever it is. And you've got to make sure you prioritize activities for yourself that promotes mental well-being overall. Your body, my friend, holds valuable insights that can guide you toward choices that align with your goals. But here again, it's a choice, and you get to make that choice. Just because an expert, including myself, says this is what you should do, take it with a grain of salt. Okay, it's recommended that I do this, but it's not a guarantee. Remember, they're not talking with you directly, and that's why it's important to have a coach or to have a personal trainer. They can help you define success for yourself and say, okay, for your body, when this happens, you got to listen to it. This is what you need to do. It's eye-opening, my friend. It's eye-opening. Number 2, one thing you have to do is set realistic goals. And for me, right now in the season that I'm in, I'm like all over the place, like I said. There is no established, clear objective except to do the best that I can right now. Well, when you're in that season, that is the realistic goal, is to establish clear and achievable objectives that are tailored to, number 1, your preferences, your lifestyle, and the season that you're in. Now, those realistic goals for me right now is I got to stay hydrated and have my protein shakes. If I get that in, that is success to me. Now, for a lot of people, they're like, well, you're not working out. You're right, I'm not. But that's the season I'm in, and I'm okay with that. And so just because I'm not working out doesn't mean I'm not successful. And that changes, my friend, the landscape of how you see and you keep going. and you stay on that healthy living trail. Jillian Michaels said your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound to ensure success. You probably know this as a SMART goals. And you want to set SMART goals. But with those SMART goals, they need to be smart to you. And they need to include what it means in your definition for success for your body. Once when you figure that out, then things can shift. Because if you're comparing yourself to somebody who only has 5 pounds to lose, they may need to do a few other things to be just so specific, but maybe for you, you're still just working on the generalities. That's okay. Go with it. That is where you are. Don't feel less than. In fact, feel like you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. And that leads me to number 3, consistency. You have got to embrace consistency over perfection. Right now, I can't do everything. I can't do it. I would love to work out. I would love to walk almost every day, but my foot is still healing a little bit. And because of the season that I'm in, it's just not up for discussion. So my consistency is what? You know it, my protein shakes and my hydration. Sleep is really a priority, but I do the best I can. I can't say that I'm spot on, but again, it's consistency, not perfection. So if I can get 5 hours of sleep, that's still better than just 3 hours, right? So to me, that's a celebration. And when you have consistent effort over time, it yields what? Lasting results, because it changes your behavior, which then changes what? Your habits. And when you keep striving for perfection, it's going to lead to burnout and frustration. Why do you think people go on and off diets? Why do you think resolutions never work when it comes to the New Year's resolutions? It's just false. You can't get there. So find a balance that allows for flexibility and enjoyment in your health pursuits. In other words, treat yourself well. Success is not about perfection, but about progress and persistence. Are you doing what you need to do in this season of your life to live healthy? That's the question mark. Now, I can't answer that for you. The areas that you need to consider are your food, what's going in your mouth, which goes into your tummy. Because food is such oh my goodness, it is just so impactful on the mind, body, and spirit across the board. It affects your emotions. It affects the tension in your body, the stress. It affects what? Your cortisol levels. It affects your heart rate, your heartbeats, your rhythms, your oxygen levels. We could be here all day talking about how what you are doing with your life affects your life. And that's what we're looking at here. You've got to define success for yourself. And when you do, when it comes to healthy living, then you're honoring yourself. How many times a day do you honor yourself? And I'm not saying this, fluff your little ruffles and you're like, oh yeah, look at me. And you want to stick your chest out and you're like, oh yes, like Tarzan would do. Oh, no, you're not this egotistical jerk, right? You are actually saying, I want to honor my body. I want to take care of the body I have. I get one body on this earth. I've got to stay attuned to my signals that my body's giving me, and I have to be willing to adopt a balanced and sustainable approach. My friend, when you embrace this personalized journey, and it is personalized, it's your journey, not mine, not my husband's, not your best friend's, not your spouse's, right? It is your journey. You can create a lifestyle that nurtures your well-being and empowers you to thrive. That's a reason to train for life and love your journey. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.